So if I say the term convertible houses, what do you think? A house that the top comes off? Well, that's not exactly what we're talking about. It's a new book called Convertible Houses by Amanda Lamb and Amy Thomas, who are joining me today. How are you?
Great. Good.
Nice
Thanks.
to see you both. Now,
too.
tell me a little bit about this concept of what a convertible home is.
Well, if you break it down to the word convertible, it basically means changing from one form of use to another. So it's not unlike the convertible car that you referenced. It's
right.
just, you know, how do you take one thing and get multiple uses from it?
So Amanda, in the book, you talk about different places and sort of smaller spaces that people have and sort of almost creating a dual purpose.
Mm-hmm. We found that so many people these days are trying to pack so many different functions into one space, and so we're trying to figure out what are the different principles that we can identify that allow people to use one space for multiple things. So maybe you have a living room, you can use that as a guest room, you can use that as a home office, and how do you create different devices that will allow you to do that?
So it isn't necessary to go out and get like something custom made. I mean, you don't have to go to a cabinet or a furniture maker and say, hey, make me this, I want to switch this room around. You can use this with kind of everyday items that are available, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you can go so far as to hire an architect and have it custom done for you, or you could go to a furniture store and find devices and furniture that allow you to accommodate multiple functions.
Do you find that this is becoming more and more of a trend because real estate is so expensive and I mean sort of those gigantic homes that people maybe aspire to have really just can't, and this is a great way to kind of maximize your space?
Absolutely. I think there's so many pressures now where you're trying to contain an entire family in a smaller home, and you're trying to make space for new family members that are coming in, or maybe your own needs are changing and you're starting to need more space in order to do other things in your life. Maybe you picked up a new hobby and you need space to do that in your home as well, and so it's finding space for that.
The people that you featured in these different homes, there's really kind of a cross-section of who they are, right? I mean, why do you think people are doing this?
I think it varies depending on who we spoke with. One of the people that we featured in the book is an artist. And for her, she uses her space both as a place where she lives, and she also exhibits art there. So for her, she needs to be able to have guests over and have a place for them to sleep. And then when it's time for her to throw a party and she's doing an exhibit, she rolls everything away, pushes all the walls back, and it becomes one big open space where she can show her art.
Well, it's beautifully shot. There's some great ideas. I mean, I was really impressed to see how varied it all was across the country, and I think that people will really get some great ideas. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
The book is Convertible Houses. It's published by Gibbs and Smith. If you want to convert your house, you're going to have to take a look at this book. Well, now it's time for Ask Lou.